He's unbelievable. He's unbelievable. Guys, nearly. We nearly did it. We nearly did it. But man, they got us in the end, man. They got us. They got us in the end. Many will say a draw was a fair result. I don't think a draw was a fair result. I think on chances, we should have won that game. Sunderland 2, Arsenal 2. Obviously, you guys would have seen me in the AFTV watch-along. Yeah, emotions were running high. I was frustrated. Look, credit to Sunderland, first off. You know, they're where they are on the table for a reason. They've made games very, very difficult for teams. Obviously, you saw stats before the game about defensively how solid they are, how strong they are. Yeah, and I knew it, man. I knew Stadium of Light is going to be bouncing, it's going to be rocking. It's a stadium that's got Premier League heritage. I knew this would not be an easy game. I knew this not would be a straightforward game. I knew it, and they did their best. You know, I mean, ultimately they got the point. You know, the place was buzzing. We let Brian Brobby. I'm sorry, this guy's rubbed, but he scored. Let me not be a hater. You know what? Let me not hate on Sunderland. Sunderland did well. I mean, I'm gonna get into the Sunderland praise because obviously I heard people on AFTV Marty saying, yes, Sunderland are a good team. They're a well-coached team. They're playing well. And yeah, in terms of the context of the season, they have been playing well. They are a good team. But in comparison to Arsenal, I don't think it's arrogant. I don't think it's cocky. I know the Premier League is tough, but I don't think I'm on a mad one for thinking that Arsenal should come here and beat them. Despite the fact that if we were 2 minutes away from giving them their first home loss of the season, fair, they're unbeaten at home. But guys, like, again, if Sunderland fans watch this and say I'm being disrespectful, then fair enough. But I think Arsenal, who are challenging for the title, I think this is a game, especially when we had it 2-1, it's a game we should be winning. So, as good as Sunderland played, I'm not going to focus on Sunderland. Sunderland did what they had to do. You know, I thought the first half, their keeper had a good game. I thought the first half wasn't a great first half. A lot of side to side, recycle, slow. Man, it was Sunderland. Sunderland would have dreamed. I'm sure they would have dreamed for us to play that way because everything was right in front of them. Slow, pedantic. I didn't feel like Saka was getting on the ball enough. I didn't feel like Eze was getting on the ball enough. I felt like everything was like 4, 5, 6 passes slower than it needed to be. Now, is that because we played away in the Champions League and then it's relatively unchanged team? Perhaps, I don't know. But one thing I will say though, before I get into Arsenal, is that just to end it on Sunderland, is that look, Dan Ballard, I didn't know who you were when you were at Arsenal. Didn't know who you are now. You've got my attention. You may not know me. I now know you. And I'm on you. The guy had a good game, man. I mean, a goal and an assist. Yeah, man, I think... Let me just talk about the goals. I thought that first goal was pathetic. Great goal from a Sunderland point of view, but I thought that was pathetic defending from us. Especially the plaudits we've gotten this season. Like, it's just... Football is a humbler, man. It's just interesting. We've played Atletico Madrid. We've had games like Fulham away. We've Burnley away. We've done these games, right? And we've kept teams out. We've not conceded the goals. We've barely even conceded shots on target, right? And you're thinking, okay, cool. I don't know, man. You're thinking, okay, cool. Maybe the goal we concede is going to be a mad one. That's the goal we concede. Literally, route one football. 3 moves. Long kick by the keeper. Ballard wins the first header. Then their player wins the second header. It's just poor defending from us. I don't know what we were doing there. Good goal for Sunderland, but poor defending from us. I'm sure Arteta will be fuming. I'm sure he ripped into the players as to like, guys, what we doing? And boy, we got a response. We got a response, man. Straight from the off, I saw the intent. Zippy, passing, moving. And we created a lot of chances, man, in a short amount of time. You're thinking Zubimendi had at least 2 good chances on his left foot. Saka goal, I love that desire from Rice. I love that desire, hungry. Eze chance as well. You're thinking either side of the keeper, that's in. Yeah, man, like, we had some chances, man. We had some good chances. And then the Saka goal comes, deserved. Criticize him all you want, but the guy, again, in the final third, he produces. He's either going to produce a chance or he's going to produce a goal. He's producing something, man. He had a good game. I thought Ronaldo was kicking him all game. And look, I'm not even going to say here, like, I'm not going to devote time to the officiating. I didn't think it was great, but I said it on the stream. This is what happens when you play up north with a F. This is what happens. It's just, sorry guys. This is what happens when you play up north. It's just techie. It's very, very techie. You're not going to get these calls. You're not going to get these decisions. It's very, very difficult, right? Yeah, it's very, very tough. But I did think the officiating could have been a lot better. They were kicking us all over the park. But look, at the end of the day, if you're an Arsenal player, I'm sure these guys would have known they were in for that type of game. You know, I thought the ref was giving away. Yeah, even that beginning elbow with Ballard, like how that's not a foul, I don't even know. But it is what it is, man. When you play up north with an F, you know what's going to happen. You know you're not going to get these calls. You know you're not going to get these decisions. You just got to play through it and let your quality show. And I thought we did that, man. Saka got a good goal. Marina does well for the assist for that goal. Nice interplay with Eze there. Great pressing from Rice. Rice worked his socks off today. The guy was so tired at the end, man. He was gassed out. Did so well. I was talking before the match. I've spoken on many videos about how the need for us to, what's the word? The need for us to have long shots. The need for long shots. The need for us to be able to move people out of low blocks by actually taking advantage of the fact that we have good long-range shooters. And I thought Trossard's goal was a good example of that. Backing off. Man, smash it. And smash it he did. Great goal. And you're just thinking, can we hold on? At the time, I'm not going to lie to you, I thought Arteta, everything was he played everything to the T because the players, I thought, okay, cool, subs. But I could understand him not making a sub because these players, they played with such hunger, such intensity, such desire. And even Eze going off, he looked tired. I thought that was a good sub. So on another day, like you could arguably say that's a great job by Arteta. He's probably just trying to see it through to the international break. He's thinking he has enough there. And obviously, you'd have to say Lebris, he was brave in his substitutions. He brought on 3 attacking players, and you'd have to say it made a difference because, look, they get a goal. One of the subs, he scores a goal. My only critique of us is that, boy, when we gave them the impetus, like in a second half that we thoroughly dominated, shots on target, all of these sorts of, we gave them the impetus. Like silly, small things. And Raya, he makes a mistake for that equalizer. He makes a mistake, but it's poor defending. Number one, like, you see Ballard's desire. You know, this for a team that loves defending, and our team loves defending. I was disappointed that Ballard even wins the first header. That's what I was disappointed at. And obviously, Raya makes a mistake, but come on, Zubimendi, stronger there, man. But obviously, it's a mismatch. Ballard versus Zubimendi. It's just, I don't know. I thought like, yeah, for me, it was gutting. I'm not going to lie. It was disappointing. After we worked so hard, we fought so tirelessly. Like the team, like honestly, the guys deserve credit for the way they fought, man. Back to back away games, coming away from Europe, going away to Sunderland. They're second in the league for a reason. What? They could have gone second in the league. They've been playing well. It was never going to be an easy game, and they did that. And then that's the way we concede. Oh, man. I can't lie, I was disappointed, man. I was really, really disappointed with that. And I'd understand it if, it was gutting, man. I was looking for positives. I was trying to find some positives. I think the only positive I can take is, okay, cool. We came here and a team that people were talking about, banana skin, we balled them off. When we actually decided to start playing football and put our foot on the gas, boy, it looked like the only one team was going to win. And I guess for me, probably the disappointment is that we didn't take our chances. Also, not just that we didn't take our chances, but also disappointing is that just the two goals we concede, just poor defending. Like, and the thing is, I'm sorry, man. Like, people are saying, yeah, you can't win every game. That's true. You can't win every game. But when you're 2-1 up, 2-1 up away from home against Sunderland, these things can happen, I get it. But to fight back the way you did, go 2-1 up, you're literally only 2 minutes away from victory, and you concede a last-minute goal like that. And what I couldn't understand is why we gave them the impetus. I guess the players were tired. They probably, honestly, I'm going to chuck it down to tiredness, man. I'm going to chuck it down to these guys were just spent. You see Declan Rice, they were spent. And obviously, keeper makes good saves, good blocks. Ballard, that block for Marino, wow. Calafiori should score that header, but yeah, guys, man. I really wanted us to win this. It is what it is. This is football, man. You can't win it all. So I guess we just got to respond, man. Take the lessons, see what we can do better. I felt like, it was a real battle, man. It was a real battle. That's what happens when you go up north with an F, Norf. That's what happens. It's a real battle. Ref ain't going to give things your way. They're going to try and leave one in you. They were very physical. Look, credit to Lebris, man. Like, he's a good coach. He coached them well. They did. He went for it, man. He didn't just roll over. He went for it. He's like, okay, can we get a point? And he went for it. I think maybe just what I'd like to have seen is, okay, cool. Can a bit better game management from us that last 5-6 minutes? Because I feel like we just kept giving them the impetus. There was space. If we could have kept the ball, kill it again. Sorry, kill the game, kill the momentum. We didn't do that. It is what it is. They took advantage and we drew 2-2. This is football, man. We live and we learn. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Let me know what you thought. Disappointing. It is what it is, though. Take care, guys. See ya.